Cancer. I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your July, look at that, Queen of Wands just fell out. Welcome to your July 2024 career tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at your finances, your job, your career. Where is it that you want to gain more prosperity, your self-worth, all of those type of themes we look at in this reading. Now, if you haven't already taken a look at the July monthlies, I will leave a link below. Those are really great for getting a more holistic view of your month ahead, okay? I will also leave all of the important dates for the month of July below. Cancer, if you haven't already subscribed to Scorpio Soul Time, I would love if you would. New tarot reading out every single day, and I appreciate all of my returning followers as well as my new ones. If you haven't already subscribed, you can hit the bell below and you'll be notified when all of my videos come out. All right, Cancer, let's get into it. All right, so first week of July, you start off with the Two of Swords in the reverse, as well as the Nine of Cups. Second week of July finds you with the Page of Swords in the reverse, as well as the Five of Swords also in reverse. Lots of swords coming through for you, Cancer. Third week of the month finds you with the Temperance card in the reverse, Major Arcana, Sagittarian energy, as well as the Justice card. So Libra energy and Major Arcana there. And the last week of July, you have the Star card in reverse, Aquarius energy, Major Arcana. And lastly, you end the month with the Four of Wands. Who doesn't want to end the month with the Four of Wands? So glad to see that, Cancer. So let's make sure everything fits in the frame. All right, so now we're going to take a look at where is it that you left the energy of June around your job, your career. Spirit, if you can send Cancer a card representing the energy they are bringing into July. Okay, and you have the Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands is that energy of looking back over your shoulder, just feeling like you have been through it. Many of you all in your career could have had a very tumultuous June. Maybe a lot of you were either very stressed at work, or you were trying to figure out how you can possibly look for a different job, or possibly you are not getting along with colleagues or your boss. There was just a lot of things going on back in June. So do know this is the energy you are starting off the month with, but it doesn't mean it has to stress you, okay? It doesn't mean that this is still with you, but just know that as you come into the month, try to leave this back in June, okay? That will really help you as you come into the month. Now, I know that's not always possible, but I do see that first week of July looks pretty chill for you. So I do think that many of you all are leaving some of that stress back in June. Now let's go ahead and ask Spirit to send you a card representing your overall arching energy. If you can send my Cancerians an oracle message for the month of July. And you have Light, number 19. Love this for you, Cancer. I do think that as we are here in your solar return season, this is a great time for you to be taking a look at where is it that you need to bring more light into your life. I do think that many of you all are feeling more hopeful during the month of July. I think every time you do have a solar return, it is the time to look at where it is that you have come in this last year and where is it you want to go in the next year. And so I do think that this Light card is symbolizing this opportunity to really reflect, but also to figure out how can you bring more prosperity, more light, and just more illumination around your daily life in your career. I think this is really important. So really glad to see that, Cancer. So as we look over your month ahead, it's interesting that you start off with some type of decision you seem like you have come to at the end of June coming into July, because that Two of Swords is in reverse, possibly indicating you no longer are confused, and possibly a wish coming true there at the very beginning of the month. But by the time you get into this second week, what's really interesting is that this Five of Swords and Page of Swords indicate some kind of conflict that could have been back in June that could rear its head here in July, but you're not worried about it with them both in reverse. And I do think it could be stemming off of whatever was bothering you here back in June. Now, by the time you get to this third week of the month, two major arcanas here, both, it's interesting, Sagittarius and Libra energy here. So for many of you all dealing with people, having conversations around what is just at work could come up, but by the time you end the month, really positive news could come in. So I'm glad to see that, and possibly this is something about your family. You could get a raise or some happy news like a new job or a new bonus or a new opportunity could come in. So I'm really happy to see that. So let's go week by week, Cancer, and let's look at the other messages that come through. So we ended the month of June with Saturn retrograding in the sign of Pisces, and we started off July here with Neptune now retrograde in Pisces, as well as Mercury entering Leo. New moon in Cancer on the 5th. So that first week of July, lots going on, but I do think that you all are feeling more confident about where you're at with your job. Some of you had some huge decisions to make back in June, and this Nine of Cups is showcasing somewhere you all are feeling really happy about some news you receive, or you're feeling hopeful about a wish to come true. So I do think that new moon in Cancer, make sure you use that opportunity to feel good about yourself, but also plant new seeds around your home and family life, but also around what it is you wish to come true just from an emotional standpoint with your career, with your job. Making sure you feel really good about it is going to be that Cancerian new moon opportunity that I think you should really take advantage of. Now, by the time you get to the second week of July, this is when we do have the Sun in Cancer trining Saturn in Pisces. So you could have some emotional connection here during this time, Cancer, but we also have Venus entering Leo on the 11th. I think that somewhere around here, people, colleagues, someone that you were possibly like having a tiff with in the past, or you all don't really see eye to eye, that could rear its head during this time. And it feels like it could be stemming from whatever you were dealing with back in June. With these both in reverse, take your time when it comes to processing information, conversations that come up with people. Make sure you're not getting stirred up by people just being petty or just being really like silly. You know what I mean? Like, push it away, move on. There could be information that you find here during that Venus entering Leo period that you're going to need to use to your advantage later on. So just keep that in mind when it comes to like petty colleagues or people just like not being their authentic self. That light card is reminding you, stay in your own light, okay? Do not let anybody dim your light. So I do think that by the time you get to the third week, this is going to be an interesting week because this is the only week that you have all major arcanas. This is a big week. This is when we have the Sun in Cancer sextiling Uranus in Taurus. So you could hear some family prosperity news during this time. But we also have Mars entering Gemini and that Capricorn full moon, second one of these in July. The other one was in June. It's interesting. Then the next day we have the Sun entering Leo. So really big week there. And this Justice card, something that you have been waiting for, that you were like is this going to rule in my favor? This could deal with something like a boss comes back to you and says, yes, you've been, approved for a vacation, or something just feels fair where it's like you're getting some kind of compensation for what you've done in the past. Something here where it feels like there was this imbalance before. You're feeling a lot more secure here as you come into that third week. But really pay attention to the people and the conversations that come up this month, because I do feel like by the time you get to the end of the month here, when we have Mercury entering Virgo on the 25th, and then Chiron retrograde begins on the 26th. During this time, you are getting in touch with yourself with this Aquarius star energy, but you're also like wanting to make sure that you're having a good work-life balance. I do think if you have a spouse or a significant other, there could be some happy conversations that go on here at the end of the month around where it is that you're feeling really good about how you're communicating, not only with your spouse or your partner, but also this could be just you all feeling good at your company. This could be you and a group of colleagues feeling good. There's something here around working with others with that Aquarius energy that you're feeling really strong about by time you end the month. So overall, Cancer, this looks like a really positive month for you. It seems like you're moving away from this really heavy Nine of Wands energy that you ended June with. And I do think that this light card is reminding you that if you have little petty conversations or have people around you that just aren't for your highest good, really, make your space, obviously get your work done, but then move on from them as much as you can. I do think by the time you end the month, you have some really happy news coming in. So that's really good to see. So I hope this was helpful for you, Cancer. Drop me a comment below. Let me know, what are you looking forward to here in July in your career? Make sure you take a look at those July monthlies, and I'll talk to you later.